Hello everybody, my name is Frigid Hyperion, and welcome back to the Wilds of Wildemount campaign. We are now starting on part 2 of session 27. Emily, the floor is yours.
A little bit drunker than you anticipated tonight. You make your way back to Moonzic and Dardek's home. Leaning tight against Nahiri, she kind of like wraps her little cloak she's got around you. You guys kind of walk back. Everybody else.
I imagine wind chimes like on the border of being passed out at this point.
Yeah, like she's like, yeah.
Have I ever mentioned I like you?
I think you have quite a few times.
Good.
You can always keep telling me though.
I like you, Nahiri.
I like you too, wind chime. As you guys make your way through the quiet city streets, you can still hear off into the distance people who are probably going to be out and about late into the night. By the way, I forgot to remove cost from you guys.
I removed it before, or some of it.
Okay. Each person pays 5 silver for the paella.
Okay.
If we're splitting that evenly, are we splitting the dumplings too?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess.
Okay. Then go ahead and just add 2 silver to that for everyone. So total of 7 silver for the food. And drink, and then for the drink?
Compared to the drinks.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's how it normally works.
Yeah. And then the drinks, I think most of you already have it. But 7 silver for the trust. You already know you're paying 15 for your glass. Those two already have their thing all set up. You're paying 9, you already knew that, and you just ordered water, so I think everybody's cost should be effective. Alright. Did I miss anybody? Okay. In that case, you make your way back to Moonzic's house.
You said it was 7 for the tross?
Yeah.
Okay. That makes it 194 for Animal.
I said 7 silver, right?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay, perfect.
Was it as good as Bellwether's wine?
Some of you guys' wine was. Yours was probably just as good, maybe a little bit not quite as good. However, the 2 wines that the other 2 got were better than.
The sacrilege.
It's how it is. Bellwether's not known. Is more known for his cheese.
Yeah.
Than his wine. We shall burn down the competition.
No.
Hold up. Are we the baddies?
Always has been.
You're only now finding this out?
Okay.
Alright.
Is there anything you guys would like to attempt to do tonight?
What time is it?
Oh, sorry.
Like, the sun has finished setting. About
Nah, things
9,
can be
10.
done in the morning.
Okay. So I'm assuming like all the shops are closed.
You don't know.
Can we check? Is
No,
there
you
like
can ask.
a pawn shop or like a bazaar or something that we can sell off all of our...
We'd have to go
Stuff.
back to Moonzic's house first to pick everything up.
Yeah, that's true. I guess we'll
I think
just...
we should just probably wait till tomorrow.
Yeah, alright. Suppose we should probably get back and get some sleep. I don't know about you guys, but I'm kind of tired from traveling.
Okay. So a lot of you make your way back into this little warehouse, as you find yourself a fairly sturdy wall that you can place your bedrolls next to for the night.
Oh my.
Cat.
I was wondering what the hell.
Did anybody else hear that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Please hear meow.
Is that yours, Hyperion?
No.
Oh, that was part of the
Certainly ain't
soundtrack.
mine.
No, it was Don's.
No, yeah, sorry, that was
Oh,
Freya.
never
My
mind.
bad.
Dawn. Yeah, Dawn. It's a cat.
Okay. Now, unlike most nights, there is no watch necessary tonight unless you would like.
No, I'm good. I think I can afford to sleep and not watch.
Congratulations.
I'll say that Moonzic almost immediately passes out upon, like, laying down on his bed. Like, everyone just hears him snoring almost immediately.
Good night, y'all.
Okay. The next morning, you all wake up, a few of you with maybe some headaches. And the day is free for you. This is a chance if you want to go explore any of the notable locations that I have put on the key. Going looking in for buying, selling specific items or shops, having role play moments in specific areas or whatnot. It's completely up to you, and it's led by you. So if you want anything, now's the time.
I do believe we need to make our
Let's
way.
say we go sell all of our stuff at the pawn shop first, and then see how much money we have to spend around messing around on whatever it is that we want to do on our own.
Actually, after the pawn shop, there is that matter of delivering that cardinal to... I believe it is the Dripping Menagerie and Gardens. I think that's where the aviary is.
Menagerie Gardens.
Beautiful place.
Maybe I might drop by sometime.
I would recommend it. Beautiful, just beautiful scenery, beautiful decorations. They have an aviary there. But yes, I would quite agree on the pawn shop idea.
Is it on the way to the pawn shop?
I believe so.
Okay. So, are you guys splitting up, or are you guys all going together?
Together.
And everybody packs up their bags and makes their way to, hearing the Dripping Menagerie Gardens first?
We could do that, or we, like, either that, Or like if there is a pawn shop on the way, which I imagine there would be, we'd stop there first.
Um, your experience in the city tells you that depending on what you're trying to sell, um, some of the pawn shops in this current area aren't going to deal with, you know, some of the more mundane things like, um, like your scimitars or crossbows or whatever. But, more specialty items. If you're looking to sell the other things, like the more common things, you'd have to probably go down to the
Is that the
to
Art
the
Dynasty?
poor district.
Ah,
Huh?
I was thinking the Art Dynasty.
No, that's the Exalted. Excuse me. That's the auction house.
Yeah.
That's where you're going to sell rare, expensive, etc. items or buy them. Things that the average person or even above average person can't buy
Okay.
or sell.
Yeah.
Um, most of your common goods to sell and buy are going to be out Wayfinders, Outdoor Outfitters. There's also the Small Adventurers Guild next to it. Um, magical, magical items at Illuminations, and the Omni Pharmacon is the where you would find or sell alchemy related things, potions, the like. Enshrined in Spines is your bookstore, and that there is no library in Feolinn. But a variety of temples and points of interest.
Yeah, for a good amount of our creature, like our creature remains and whatnot, like the owlbear stuff, we would probably go to the Adventurers Guild.
Probably.
A lot of other stuff that might have magical meanings, definitely go to Illuminations. Otherwise, like weapons and all that, that'd be closer to Wayfinders as well.
I mean, I was thinking of dropping by the Omnipharmacon. That seems to pique my interest. I wonder what they have there.
You also think that that's a really good place to sell any ingredients that you have.
Like, say, mushrooms that give you true sight? And also have jiggle physics for some reason.
Hell yeah, brother.
I mean, if you want, we can... I mean, we have the anti-magic snail shell, right?
Yes? Oh yeah, that's right,
I
we
was
do have that.
thinking... I was thinking we could probably sell that somewhere. If I recall correctly, they can be used with the anti-magic property could be used for armor plating or something.
That might be worth to sell at the Illuminations, perhaps.
Well, I trust your judgment in knowing where to sell all of your goods and find a location that would express interest in procuring said goods. If you want, we can head to the Illuminations, I guess.
Let's sort of make a circle around the city, so that way by the time we're done, we're closer to where we started.
That sounds good.
So let's start with going over to, I think, Illuminations first, because if we want to see the Omnipharmacon for
So-
like potions and stuff.
So the Omnicomicon is up here. The Omnipharmacon.
Yeah.
And then Illuminations is here. And you are here.
Yeah. So yeah, let's start with Omnipharmacon. We can sell the magical potion stuff. I have the dead. I have the dead mushrooms that might pose some price. And then some topaz as well, if there's topaz that's for that they need for any spell casting rituals or anything like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's not the character sheet.
You make your way to the Omnipharmacon first. And so sorry, I choked.
You're good.
And you walk into this this building that is just full of just strong aromas. It feels like every inch forward you move, your nose gets bombarded by another scent. You've got apples, pickles, something bitter, something rancid, something sweet, something savory. Just like every scent, flowers and fruits and honey and all of these just slew of scents just bombards you with every step that you take. You see in here, in this room, I guess this building, there are many short bookshelves that line the walls and make the place feel narrow. If you're kind of wandering through, yet you could still see over top of every single one. The floor seems to have this like never-ending mist about it, smoke, something like that. And there are tapestries just like on the walls and ceilings that billow out.
Edward's gonna take a big, breathe in. He's gonna say, "Ah, smell of magic. Oh, how I missed you so."
Glancing about at all of these shelves, you notice that there are so many like weird looking plants, dried cured leaves and flowers. You see there's one wall that is just full of things that are in jars, some of them living, some of them not. And across another wall is just a whole slew of brightly colored potions that seem to have all been shimmering, each one sealed with wax. Across the other wall you see many different tools of the trade, it appears. And even a section that is completely dedicated to weird animal bones. A lot of little tiny storage containers pocket the space, filled with all sorts of just knickknacks. Like,
Anyway.
walking in here, the first thing that you notice is the smell. The second thing you notice is how it's all weirdly cluttered in an organized way. Like, the room is full with so many different things, yet none of it looks out of place in its way. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You see poking a head around the top of the top of a shelf, you see somebody with very large, very thick glasses, and pigtails pop from either side when a middle-aged gnome kind of peeks her head out, and she says, "Oh, why, hello there!" You see, she kind of comes around the corner, wearing a pair of overalls and a plaid shirt. Haven't seen you lot in here before.
We're travelers.
Well, I can tell that.
Well, we were looking to sell a couple of items that may be used for potion brewing and other things.
Well, step right over this way. And she makes her way to a desk towards the back of the room. It kind of is up on a platform. She kind of has to step up to it. And now she's at a much more even height with you.
Mm-hmm.
As she says, "Well, show me what you've got."
Moonzic will show her the dead Ola's Fertitus, the topaz, and the pouch of owlbear feathers.
Okay. I just want to be sure you're not accidentally spending selling an item that you need.
I
thought the owlbear feathers were something.
Is that a material that we need to craft stuff? Oh, by the way,
no, that was
as
a prayer.
an alchemy shop, we could totally buy materials that, like, craft items that you want. Like, the devil's blood leaf, or, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe, like, a Kestavar tree. I don't know how to pronounce it. Leaves of that.
Yep. The problem is I don't think we have the money for that, but sure. After this, I'll ask.
I swear there was owlbear something in here.
I know there was definitely.
I read through
that was the
everything, I
owlbear's
didn't see
stomach.
anything.
We failed at that, or we had seemingly failed at it.
Stomach of a flail snail. I really thought there was an owlbear.
Yeah,
Right.
we had the stomach of a flail snail, which we can ask if it's still usable as a component.
I don't see owlbear. I know we have we have Ola's Fertitus, but mine are dead, and I know someone else has some that are not. That are still good.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. I apologize. I thought was in there, but it's not. It's a lot of things to remember.
It is. I know. I don't think the topaz is noted to be worth 25, so I'm not keeping that. I know topaz is a requirement, but it has to be worth 500.
Right.
I know it has a material for things.
Still.
Yep.
Still, just to see if there's anything that they can use for it here before we do go to the magic shop later.
Absolutely. That's what this shop is for. To sell ingredients.
Yep.
You get 25 gold for the 25 gold for the feathers, I believe.
Okay. Under my notes it says worth 3 gold piece. I'm not I don't know if that's for the whole pouch or for each feather.
What am I? It's not for each feather. I literally only just like wrote down owlbear 25. So I don't know what I was talking about.
I mean, if you want to give me 25 for the feathers, I'm okay with that.
Sure. I did say it.
Cool.
He's got terrible noise.
Sounds like a deal.
Okay. I did say that, so go ahead.
I'll sell that.
She looks at you and says, well, I don't know if there's much that I can do for the dead ones, but if you had any of the alive ones, I'd be able to make a deal.
I have some, although I wish to keep a few for myself. I think somebody else has some as well.
I picked up a bunch. They're all in jars.
Yeah. I also had a question. We have a stomach of a flail snail. We knew it was usable for components, but in removing it, it got cut. Is it used as a container for brewing, or is it used more as a whole component itself?
Most of the time, it's used for like stewing things in for a long period of time.
Oh.
So it's still valuable, then, even with the single slice in it.
Possibly, yeah. Kale, when you aren't talking, would you mute?
Sure. Was there a bunch of extra noise?
Yeah, like a
Sorry,
bag or
I just got
something.
my food.
It's okay.
Yeah, for sure. I'll mute.
So?
So we bring it out and show whoever has that.
As a reminder, that is in fact a component.
It is.
So what do we
Gem of
have?
seeing, right?
It is a
Oh
component.
wait, no, not the flail.
For,
What is?
hell, what was it? Hell, I don't remember.
What is it a thing for?
That's the whole reason why you needed the stomach.
Gem of seeing. Oh no, I thought you meant the mushrooms.
Yeah, mushrooms.
No, the stomach.
Ah, the elixir of health. You're
There you go.
completely right. It's a potion we can drink. It cures any disease afflicting you, and it removes all of these conditions. Isn't that just lesser restoration?
Yeah, but it doesn't use a spell slot.
True.
And also, anyone can use it, right? So if a
Yeah.
cleric goes down, and the clerics, like poison.
Also, if we can get a supply of water opal, silver bark is removable, and the stomach of a flail snail is renewable as well. As a thought.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Okay.
flails are rare.
Topaz 25, right?
Okay.
Was there anything else you wanted to try selling here?
Just not,
This is where you sell your ingredients and things, so...
not
I have a
particularly
few things.
to ask, like, or not particularly to sell, but like to ask if there's any use for the dead Olesvertitis mushrooms.
She says to you, oh, well, I think they might make pretty good, like stewed mushrooms.
Fair
They
enough.
probably taste pretty good.
Fair enough. We'll give that a shot at some point. Thank you.
No worries, no worries.
Here, I'll sell some of the alive ones. Why not? I'm willing to sell 3.
6 silver.
Sure. Covers my dinner. Almost.
Soren's gonna turn to Brian. Do you think this would be the place for the egg, or would that be somewhere else?
I think that's somewhere else.
That might be more for the adventurous guilds.
I suppose you do have a point.
Are you interested in owlbear eggs? Are they a potion thing?
Ooh! Owlbear eggs? Well, that's something pretty unique. You don't see that every day. Well, there's a lot of people at the, there's a lot of people at the Art Dynasty who would be looking for something like that.
Art Dynasty?
Mm-hmm. The auction house.
Ah. What are they used for? Do you know?
You raise them. They hatch them and raise them and have owlbear companions.
I suppose the only
Terribly loyal creatures they are.
I suppose if we went down to the Art Dynasty and we put them up for auction after paying the fees and all that, we would get quite a bit of turnaround for that.
I agree. That would probably be a good idea.
We do have 2 of them as well.
Mm-hmm.
If you'd like, I could offer you 1,000 gold for both of them right now.
Holy fuck!
I mean, we'll
Would
see
we-
whether or not the auction house pays
Whether
more.
we can't get them better at an auction house?
Yeah.
Well, this is a one-time deal only.
Yeah, I
Can't come
understand.
back after the auction? If
Nope.
we-
Make a persuasion check, actually.
Ooh,
I mean, I wouldn't want anything happening to them on the way there. Those are some pretty valuable things you got.
Yeah.
But I mean,
We brought
I'd
these
be willing.
owlbears
Yeah,
all the way
I would be
from.
willing to buy them from you after.
We brought these pretty far away.
But
I'm
I'm
not
not
really-
changing that price point. It's 1,000 for both.
I mean,
I'd like to roll
Okay.
insight on the DM. Or actually on her.
Roll
It's not on
insight?
the DM at all. This is just to see whether she's
Lowballing.
lowballing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead, roll insight.
Lowballing, highballing.
I don't know, guys. It's 1,000 gold.
can I roll insight?
Sure, but you're the only other one who can.
She did say we could always come back.
Yikes!
Yeah. hard to
She
tell.
might be offering a fair price. Not that you know
I mean,
anything about
I
owlbear.
would probably consider if you threw in some extra materials on the side. Not sure, maybe like
Says she's not
for example,
changing her price point, man.
devil's blood leaf.
Oh, I see what you're getting at. You're quite funny, huh?
How much is Devil's Blood Leaf worth?
Probably, about 1,000 itself.
Ooh.
Hmm. Now, that would be live, correct?
Yep. Capable of
what if-
propagating and everything.
So what if we were interested in, say, some of the crop? 20 or so leaves, already dried and bound, and not interested in a live specimen that we might not be able to fully keep.
Honestly, the trouble it's worth.
You cannot tell me that the crop is worth more than the...
Do you even know what you're asking about?
I mean, I have a background in alchemy. What I know,
You are
anything
gathering that the
related to this
devil's.
topic?
I'm just gonna tell you. You are gathering the devil's blood leaf is a dangerous plant.
Oh, yeah.
Quite dangerous, in fact.
How about
The
this?
steel is the 1,000, and that's having to deal with the plant yourself.
You have one, yes?
I do.
Given
I
that you're
do.
offering to sell it.
I am. I do have one. Little bastard.
What if we were to go in, attempt to take the crop ourselves, no effort required from you, leave the plant, so that you could make a sale down the line? It's pure profit.
I would not say it's pure profit. It only grows one leaf every few weeks. It's a rather slow-growing plant. But, then again, you would get it off my hands.
I'm gonna whisper.
You're doing the
to
labor
Moonzic.
yourself.
I'm gonna whisper. So, do you think we should take the offer in the auction house? See what happens there.
Well, I'm thinking that if we were to sell them here, that would cut out us having to wait for. That would cut out having us wait until they get around to actually the eggs themselves, as they have other things that they're selling throughout the day. But if we went to the auction...
Not exactly. You know, auctions are held, like, nightly.
Oh, okay. I see what you mean, okay.
And sure, it's possible that the item that you're putting up for auction doesn't get sold every night, but, like...
For what it is,
They
it's
are
probably
probably-
going to get sold right away.
Yeah. It is a
Okay.
Plus, we get to go to the auction house. We might be
And-
able to get actual deals there ourselves.
And we can also
Yeah.
come back. She did give us the option to come back, so
Thank you, persuasion roll.
true. I think we should try our luck.
Yeah. I'm not the one that's you have to persuade on this deal. I'm not the owner of the eggs.
I've got an egg and you've got an egg,
Right?
right?
I'm the one with the
Oh,
other egg.
The other egg,
Yep.
yes. That would have to be Soren and Brian. They have the eggs.
And I am in the middle of talking with this person, trying to get a better deal on getting Bloodleaf.
You do it yourself. I will let you go for it for 700. That's about the labor.
And you're
That being said, I'm going to need a down payment of 1,000. I'll give the remainder to you once you come back. Safe and sound, and without killing my plant.
all right. And I will offer her the owlbear egg. That is 1,000, as we talked
For
about.
both of them.
She had no way of. Oh, now
guys
this is
Literally said
difficult.
both of them.
No,
You guys,
she,
I should have specifically said both.
she said she
yeah.
did say 1,000 for the both of them.
Yeah.
Did we? Because
She
I
explicitly said that.
Yeah. Okay. Fuck.
Sorry.
All right. Well, we'll be back after if the eggs bear fruit, so to speak.
Or bare leaf, in this case.
Exactly.
Well,
But,
best of luck. Anything else you want to sell while you're here? Or buy.
I do have a few things I would like to sell.
What do you got?
What exactly is the price on this? And he's gonna take out the black truffle.
Ooh, a black truffle. Very nice of you to find. I can, how many you got there?
That's a good question. How many do I got here? I don't remember how many you gave me. I believe it was just the one, maybe?
It is rather expensive. Then if I
So-
didn't tell you,
You said it's singular, so I'm guessing just one. Or I have it in my notes as singular.
she, says,
It would be almost
Oh.
impossible to find only one, but
okay, for the lot, I'll go ahead and, take it off your hands for 60 gold.
Hmm.
60 gold is excellent. Go for it, man.
Yeah, just take
Okay. I will take it then, yeah.
Okay. 60 gold for black truffles.
Perfect. Okay. And I do also have a few other things. He is going to put up. I don't want to list all of them. He's going to put up the what?
You can tell me in the mall or text me.
Here, I'll. You want me to just
You don't
copy
wanna say
paste them in chat?
Sure.
Oh, that's not the right button.
Are you selling all of this?
I'm looking to sell everything, but probably the crab apples.
Okay, so you're selling the fiddlehead herms, the dulce, the milky caps.
Oh, and the hyacinth flowers. Those I'm trying to keep as well.
There is another one in there that is of components value.
Which one's that?
Henny flowers.
The henny flowers? I'll keep both of them then. Both flowers and then the crab apples for certain someone.
She offers you a total of everything except for the crab apples, the henny flowers, the hyacinth. You have enough there for 5 gold.
5 gold. I'll take it.
Woo!
Woo!
So that's 60 plus 5 for 65. That's math.
That's math.
That's math,
Okay.
alright.
That is math. Okay. I believe that is all I have on me.
Pleasure doing business with you.
Indeed. I'll make sure I come back if I'm in the area.
I'd hope so.
At risk of being abundantly clear of what I'm interested in, what would a tuft of fur from a werebear cost me?
Oh, well, not too terribly bad. It'd probably end up costing you if you could. Well, not about 75 goldish.
That's not
The issue
terrible.
is werebears don't often like their fur being taken out.
Hmm.
I imagine not. Well, I hope I leave the auction house with a fruitful enough endeavor that I can come back here and we can make good on our talk about Devil's Bloodleaf.
I look forward to it.
Anybody else?
Okay, how much were the... I'm gonna... Give me a second, let me look through my bag.
Which one were the henny flowers for?
Which one were what now? What?
Hmm.
Yeah, I got nothing. Mostly because I didn't forage.
All right.
I believe.
Then
I believe the next stop would be our Dynasty of Excellence then to register our owlbear eggs.
unless you wanted to stop in Enshrined in Spines.
I do want to stop in Trent Mine.
All right.
Whoa, what is that one?
Bookstore.
Ah, oh. That would be a hidden thing.
Unless everybody else you want to move up ahead.
Yeah, it's a him.
Bookstore. Do they have like spell books in there too that he would peruse?
Yeah.
Ooh. That might be a him thing.
Okay. Then, unless anybody else wants to go in there with him, Edward, you make your way into Enshrined in Spines, and it's very cozy in here. You see a warm fireplace roaring off into the corner with some sort of you can see from here magical field around it. Shelves and shelves and shelves of densely packed books, and a back wall that's just filled top to bottom with scrolls.
Oh, this place is marvelous.
Ah, yes, it is marvelous. A voice sounds from just behind you.
How are you doing?
I'm doing quite well. Welcome to Enshrined in Spines. And you see an elf gentleman who is a lot further away than his voice sounded. You see he is backing around the corner. Looks to be like stocking some shelves. Kind of smiles in your direction. Though the voice sounded like it was right behind you.
Ah,
And you
the
see
whisper
him-
spell.
You see him kind of, his lips move as he says, "Let me know if there's anything I can help you with." And
Will
goes
do.
back to the shelves.
Can I like peruse around?
Absolutely. So, let me pull up. Looking about, you see a whole variety of alphabetical spells that are in alphabetical order. You see many of them are separated out into classes, basically.
Yeah, would be classes.
And a whole variety of spells.
There's an entire section dedicated to the spells that don't belong to wizard.
Yep. couple of notable spells that you find. You find Pass Wall. You find Stone Shape.
These are all scrolls, right?
Yep.
But they're out of
Hold,
my. I can't afford these.
I know. Hold Person. Control Water. Whoop. Sorry. Magic Circle, Shield, Silent Image, Find Familiar, Arcane Lock. Like Scorching Ray, Magic Circle, Magic Weapon, Non-Detection, False Life, Fear, and Charm Person.
Yeah. So these are just scrolls, right? I was hoping to find books, like on
You
the
can also
topic.
there are also books about topics, whatever you want to look for. But scrolls. Sorry,
Yeah, I'm not worried
first
about
thought
the
you might want.
scrolls at the moment. I'm more looking for specifically. I mean, now that we know, what was that thieves guild thing called?
The
Sorry,
Myriad.
yeah, the Myriad. Is there like anything on the Myriad there?
Roll me an investigation check.
Okay.
You cannot
15?
find it about the Myriad. You think you could probably ask for help, but
That would probably draw attention, and I don't want to do that. So instead of asking for help, I'm going to do the reasonable thing of not looking for it. Yeah, basically.
Introvert be like.
Anything about lycanthropy?
you do
Or
find some
cures
books on
or-
lycanthropy.
Pardon?
You do find a few books on lycanthropy.
Like anything referring to cures or origins?
You find a book on origins of lycanthropy. It's lycanthropy and other lunar curses. That's all it says. That's the title
How
of the
much
book.
would that be worth?
You think most of the books in here, unless otherwise specified, are 5 gold.
Gold?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Knowledge is tough.
Knowledge is tough. I agree. You know what? Sure. I will pay the 5 gold for the Curse of Lycanthropy book.
Okay.
I'm gonna hold on to it. I'm probably gonna give it to Animo later.
Knowledge is power, and power is money.
Which is why books cost money. You figured it out, Cameron. So that's why books cost money.
Yay!
Are there like any old used spell books that like,
No.
you
You don't
have
find
spells?
like spell books in a place like this.
Okay.
You'd find spell books if you were to go out and like use
Loot.
another wizard's spell books.
Yeah.
Loot.
Well, aside from that, anything else concerning like, Genasi or like origins of Genasis with elemental rifts?
You can look for riffs.
Yeah.
You find you find a book called Feywild and Fables and Other Stories of Interplanar Travel.
I will take that actually.
5 gold.
5 gold.
You don't find a book specifically about Genasi. You do, however, find a book on the varied races of Wildemount.
I think I might pass up on that one.
Is there anything else you're looking for?
Skim through my notes because there were like a bunch of things that I wanted to know, but like now they've become muddled. Generally speaking, I'd say I'm good.
Okay.
Oh wait, no, I got it. Underdark. So remember how we
Under-
found like Olus Ventus and like bunch of like creatures that seemingly came from the Underdark? With the flail snail and the Balhaneth, which I'm assuming also came from the Underdark, right? Those two creatures were native to the Underdark. Is there a book on that?
You find two notable books. One is called A Thousand Beginnings and Endings. Another one is Days of Endless Adventure.
If I skim
through them. What?
If I skim through those books, what do I see?
Skipping through the books, you see one of them is A Thousand Beginnings and Endings. Is talks mainly about the Nine Hells. However, there are plenty of mentions of the Underdark and the Shadowfell and whatnot. And then in the Days of Endless Adventure, it is a biography from a famous adventurer that goes through the journey through the Underdark they took, and in meeting many creatures of the Underdark. Notably, you see the Flump, and you do see right there a flail snail mentioned.
Okay, so that confirms it. Huh. Now, what would... That information in itself is useful to me, but... Well, I suppose that's it for now. If I have anything that I need, I'll come back later.
Do you want to buy those two books or no?
No. I'll just buy these two.
Okay.
So, 5 gold each?
Yep.
Alright.
You walk out of the enshrined in spines. Meeting back up with the rest of the party. Where are you guys?
We're heading to the Art Dynasty.
Okay. You see a large, beautiful building in front of you with vines that are somehow flowering in the season. Crawling up the sides of the pillars. It appears to be mainly one large room from the outside with a small storage space in the back. These big marble stairs go up probably 6 or so feet. And there's 2 large doors that have like a golden lay. Intricately designed and swirling patterns. The building is beautiful.
All right.
One thing notable that you see is that there don't seem to be any windows.
Well, creepy windowless auction house. Everybody ready?
Yeah, sure. We still have
As
those
ready
eggs,
as
right?
they'll ever be, I
You're
guess.
not here, Edward. Unless we didn't wait for him, right? We just went on.
No, you did
No?
not wait.
Oh, never mind. Retcon that. Pretend I'm not there.
Yeah.
We will continue to act like you are not here.
I'm sure by the time we get done at the Dripping Menagerie Gardens, you'll probably have caught up to us.
For sure, for sure.
But you start your ascent up the stairs. You notice on either side of the large doors appear to be two armed guards. Zalejo, it looks like. What do you do?
Hello. We're looking to register a couple of items into tonight's auction.
One of the guards kind of gives you a and just a big sigh and goes to open the door and let you into the large hall. Glancing up, you can see this is an extraordinarily imposing building, even from the inside, with a tall dome present up on top. You almost could imagine that this would be a sort of place of worship, and you suppose maybe it is a place of worship for some.
Ones who worship money.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly.
And there is a large stage up on front that is currently empty. And glancing up, you can see a mural that was painted into the inside of the dome. Think Michelangelo, heavens, gods imagery. Onto the ceiling. There are you see there are 9 different sections of the ceiling, each one seeming to represent a certain faction of life, such as life, death, love, etc.
Etc. is the weirdest faction of life I've ever heard.
Yeah. All with these large ornate paintings inside. You notice that despite the lack of windows, the entire place seems to be glowing in what right now feels like daylight. But you take your eyes off of the ceiling and the place in front of you, and you see to the left somebody who just kind of walks into your line of vision. It's a woman who's wearing pinstriped pants and a long flowy blouse, and with heels that click and echo in the chamber. And she says, "Hello, welcome to the Art Dynasty of Excellence. My name is Alexandra. How can I help you?
We were looking at registering a couple of items for tonight's auction.
And perhaps participating.
Nice. Wonderful. Right this way. And she leads you towards the back off of the stage. Into a small sterile room. You see there seems to be some sort of tile on the floor, and the walls are smooth and clean, as if nothing is stored here ever. Which seems odd, as this appears to be the only storage space in the building. Upon glancing. And she says, "All right, well, let's see what you have to offer."
Brian, Soren?
We're going to, or I'm going to show the, owlbear egg.
And I am as well.
As you place your owlbow eggs onto this table, which is one of the very few pieces of furnishing in the room, you see that she kind of as she waves her hands in front of her and seems to mutter some sort of incantation. Ah, wonderful. And the name?
For myself, Brian.
And last, for record-keeping purposes, of course.
Zori.
And yours is separate?
Yes, mine is Soren, and then Area.
All right. And she gives each of the eggs a little tap, and then with a touch of her finger, they disappear off the table. And she says, "We will keep these here safe, ready to go for tonight's auction. There is quite a lot of you. Are you all hoping to participate?"
I for one am.
We shall see. I'm not sure if I'll be participating tonight yet or not.
Well, regardless, take these coins. She has a handful of coins that she draws from her pocket, and it just so happens to be the 7 coins for each of you. And this will be your entrance. I suspect you'll all be on your best behavior. And, of course, once the auction starts at 10 p.m., you'll be able to walk in about an hour prior to gain your seats. They'll go over all of the rules then. Also, you might want to dress a little better. She looks at Anemo.
No.
And hide all of that from the world?
You adventuring type are funny.
No problem. I got something I can wear that looks really nice, actually.
All right.
Although I don't like hiding all of this from the world, as Brian pointed out.
Well,
Not the giggle.
Is there anything else you'd like to put up to auction?
Not from my end, at least.
Snail. The snail shell?
I thought we were going to go to the magic shop for that.
Yeah, true.
It's up
Isn't
to
it
you.
more useful for armor and therefore not great for the magic shop?
I suppose so.
Just a thought.
Fair.
Or maybe good in somebody's collection. I don't know. It's up to you.
I'm not the one that owns it, so that's not my decision.
This one's definitely
It's
the
a group
party.
decision. You guys get
This
to
one's
pick.
the party.
We're splitting everything from the auction for the party, right?
I guess whatever gets us the most amount of money. I don't know.
Well, based off of what I'm hearing, I would have to say we haven't had a snail shell come in here for quite a while. It always fetches a pretty penny.
Even if there was a degree of damage?
Well, let me see. I can be the judge of that.
There's no harm.
Fair enough.
Pulls out shell from bag of holding.
Ah, yes, I do see. Well, it does reduce its value, that's for certain. But it is a rare enough item that I'm sure somebody would buy it. I assure you, you'd have more luck here than anywhere else.
I suppose it is worth a shot.
Well, in that case, she taps it, and it disappears off the table.
All right.
Um, she says, oh, one last thing. As I'm sure you're all aware, the auction house does take a 10% cut, although it doesn't seem to affect anybody's choice in participating in the auction.
Well, I'm sure you wouldn't be in business if you made a habit of being an unworthy business decision.
10% is very fair. Connecting the right people to the right items can be difficult.
Exactly.
Anything else?
I don't believe so.
Well, I expect to see some of you at least here tonight. And she leads you guys out of the small, sterile back room, through the hall, and stops just before the doors and says, "I bid you all farewell." As you guys get ushered out.
All right. I have some high hopes for the eggs and hopefully for the shell as well.
I do too. There is something I would like to get.
Okay.
Actually, before I forget, do we want to do anything with that hand axe? Or should we hold on to it for longer?
We need to hang on to that for longer.
Yeah, that's not something we
That's-
could sell here.
No. That will...
Noted.
Big ticket items only.
Yeah. The hand axe of warning, the deck of illusions, and the sack of gold stay in the bag of holding.
I mean, I have the hand axe, but yeah.
I mean, it's in the bag of holding,
No.
technically, yes.
We put it in the quiver of Meloria, or Melora.
No.
Oh, you're right.
did
You're
we?
completely right.
I suppose so, yeah.
Anyway, to the gardens, correct?
Yes. That's where we need to go to drop off this little guy.
You hear a faint dripping of dust. Just around the corner, you see what was Edward. Pretty easily identifiable.
Yeah. Oh. I'm gonna hand over the origins of lycanthropy to Animal and say, I mean, I'm not really quite sure how you became a Wanther, but I did find a book relating to the Wanthers. It might be worth taking a look.
Alright. Thank you.
You guys all begin to approach the dripping menagerie and garden, and the building is beautiful. As you approach the well trimmed shrubberies in front. Beautiful long grasses that are starting to begin to dry with the season, and more marble steps lead up to large glass doors. You see that the majority of this building, contrary to the Art Dynasty of Excellence, is covered in windows. And even just peering inside, you can see life teeming. Birds flapping their wings, butterflies. You see plants with incredibly large blooming flowers, vines dangling even just through the windows, not to mention what it's like inside.
Oh, I love this place.
It is a breathtaking sight, I'll give it that.
Yeah, I can see why you like it.
You know, Moonzic, this building was built by the Oveso family.
Mm-hmm.
Another well-off family owning a winery in the area. Yeah. I think you know more about them. I didn't say, but
They're well off, but they're not greedy and corrupt.
correct. As far as you know.
Yeah.
As far as you know. Bwah, bwah,
It's hard,
bwah.
because rich people.
Yeah.
Yep. Robin the Hood.
Well, we'll take a step inside.
You make your way inside the in the garden, and you notice that there you have to get in through several sets of doors, probably for a situation such as how your bird escaped. The sound of rushing frogs and birds fill uh, fill your ears. Um, as you see several people meandering around the gardens. You see a couple of people who are sitting down cross-legged, working on some sort of painting or drawing. There's a couple that are holding hands as they're walking, strolling through. And a general air of just relaxation, in that bringing the outdoors in, the a variety of colorful birds hover in around the area, and you see somebody in and it is rather warm uh, in this garden. And you see somebody who's wearing the medieval equivalent of a green polo and a pair of khaki shorts. Whatever the medieval equivalent of that is.
Refurbished potato sack.
But clearly works here. They appear to be an older man, gentleman with his with a pair of rather thick gloves on. And he approaches you all, looking directly at that basket that you seem to be holding, as he kind of takes his gloves off and says, hello there.
Hi.
I can't help but notice we've got something in there.
Yes.
Is that a cardinal? I can't quite see.
It is a cardinal. We encountered it on the road from Portimale to Feolinn, and I remember coming here quite a few times and seeing a cardinal here. And I know they're not necessarily found very commonly in the Menagerie coasts. So
That is the truth.
And so I thought it might have gotten away from here somehow, and thought I'd bring it back.
Well, let me just check, if you don't mind. We're gonna go back here, just in case it's not. We don't need anything spreading that shouldn't be. And he takes you off to the side room. And opens up the I don't know what it's called, the basket. Opens up the basket,
Birdcage.
and you see the cardinal bounce about in the room, and he says, "Oh, Chimmer, come here, big boy." And he kind of holds out his finger, and Chimmer comes down and lands on his fingers, and seems to chirp contentedly. And he kind of uses his thumb to give it a little stroke on the cheek. I have been wondering where you went. Out for a fly, I suppose. Well, thank you so much for returning him.
Absolutely.
Alright, come here, big boy. And he, carries off Chimmer to a small bird cage, kept on the side of the room. And kind of puts him in there, and you see immediately this bird goes back into relaxing, having seen a familiar face. and he says, "I really appreciate you all bringing him back. Um, I thought he was missing. I wasn't certain, but I had probably been at least a week and a half since I've seen him."
We found him just a couple days ago, like I said, just out and about in the woods. We were lucky enough to see him while we were just sitting in our cart. Or in our wagon.
Sometimes these things do happen. We use a variety of protections, but we wouldn't want to limit their ability to feel at home. A lot of these creatures that we work with in here, they tend to be rather sensitive to magical means. Meaning we keep to a simple door system. It's happened before where some of our more determined ones will even go as far as to hide in people's clothings. Well, it's been a while, but I'm glad he's back. For your time. He hands you 30 gold pieces.
Sweet. It is no problem. I'm glad he was able to get back safely.
Me too.
Alrighty. Well,
Feel free to enjoy the garden. And again, I can't thank you enough. What did you say your name was?
Moonzic.
Well, Moonzic, it was a pleasure.
Absolutely. Well, who wants to
See, he
see?
goes and opens the door for you.
Who wants to see the gardens before we leave?
Oh, I do. That would be amazing.
As you let Cole out and fly around.
Yes, I will.
Please
In
don't.
fact,
Please
Nicole.
do not.
No.
I summoned my familiar.
No, I was kidding.
They're sensitive to magical things. Giggles and didn't listen, don't care.
As all the birds
Yep.
lose their fucking shit.
I mean, will they?
Are you summoning Cole?
I mean, that was a joke. But I mean, now I think I should.
No.
I'm asking you if you are.
I'm still not gonna.
Okay.
All that hard work wasted.
I mean, I thought it'd be funny, but eh.
I would love to stay and take a look at the birds.
Yeah, bird watching is nice.
Whispers in an aside to Soren. Target practice?
I don't know if this is the right place for that.
Oh, completely
But,
agree. I'm
hey.
just fucking with it.
Oh, I was gonna say I'm down for anything.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
No one
Target
has to
practice
know.
2, Electric Boogaloo.
No one has to know.
Everyone will know.
How would they know?
Yeah. How would they know?
God fucking damn it, you kids and your TikTok.
I don't think they would know. What's TikTok?
Honestly. I think the older man is going a little bit wiry.
Bonkers is more like it.
Right?
Were,
Had a few
Where-
too many hits to the head.
were you two aware that grudge deals psychic damage? I could hurt you and have your mind explode at the same time.
Can we please refrain from making threats out in the open public?
Soren's gonna look at Brian.
Brian's gonna look at Moonzic and she's just gonna like softly touch her rod of the pack keeper. It's
Gently
like
caress his
stroking
rod.
the top.
Okay.
Well,
As you guys
aside.
start to explore the garden, you see the grass is nearly
Yes, that's
emerald
right.
in colored, framed by joined hedges, climbing plants. There is smaller flower bushes that are almost barely visible at first as they almost blend into the other greenery. But when you approach them and their sickly sweet scent, you see these tiny little buds, no bigger than the tip of your pinky, opened in a trifold.
Like a trillium?
And I don't know. I don't know my flowers very well, which is funny considering. But just again, just the size of the first knuckle of your pinky, as they kind of open up with this sweet scent. You see a couple of bees kind of buzz around this area in particular. And then glancing to your left, you see the a variety of roots that seem to be kind of starting to take over a couple of the larger stone pieces of a walkway have been laid around the area. Like they're trying to like almost pull it in, it looks like. But they're thick and they're healthy looking, and they smell like cinnamon. The entire area is completely filled with the humming of many different birds, and even that of various insects, as you see one bright bluebird swoop down to grab something out of the air before flying back up. And as you look up, you see many tall trellises of vines making their way up the sides of the wall towards the center of this building, and these long rafters that stretch across, providing many of a stoop and a little hiding places and nooks for all sorts of variety of birds to land on and rest. You kind of glance as you're walking at some of the stones in the ground, and you see on many of them there are messages that are carved onto them. Some of them simply say like anonymous donor. Some of them say like to my love, you deserve the world, but this is all I can afford, right? And just various little messages like, oh, Allie and Sarah, we're here, and laid into the stone, as if these are purchased little plots, giving an interesting and elegant way to explore the garden. In the main center piece of the garden is this little pagoda, right? That it almost looks like a smaller version of the building itself, except underneath of it runs it seems to be balanced on either side of a sort of stream that has been cut through the center of the gardens, and leads into this sort of babbling brook vibe. with a pond that has little koi fish and the like in it. All in all, it is a beautiful area with lots of little things to explore if you would like.
Yeah, I'd like to see more of those random messages on the stones. I don't know. I feel like they bring more life into a already lively garden.
Yeah, absolutely. Many of the other messages, some of the more interesting ones says, like donated on behalf of Baron Mabry and his estate. May he rest in peace. What the some of the other ones are specifically, and they almost purposefully left blank. And but in exploring the gardens, you kind of wander off of the main path, and you can see that there are other ones of these etched stones next to certain plants, giving their name, their genus, where they're found, a little bit of information about them, basically, and if applicable, who donated them. You see, at large, the majority of the donations have been by the Oveso family. But there does appear to be a shockingly terribly ugly like bush. It almost looks like it's dying, but it's got these thick roots that almost look invasive in a way. And right next to it, it says donated. The name of the plant, donated by the Sylvia family.
Can I do a nature check to see what kind of plant that is?
Absolutely.
Seriously, what's up with that? Nature. Whoop. Not 20!
Nice.
You know that this plant is commonly referred to as the Taniper plant. So that's TAMNIPER. Taniper.
Okay.
And it is a rather rare plant. Doesn't seem to have like much of a magical property to it, but it is not a common plant. Mostly, it is known for its sharp spines that prick and prod. But it's not magical. It's just not a common.
Yeah, I just thought that seemed out of place. That's why.
Think of it as a vibe.
It's not really there for the aesthetics, it's there to show off that this family had money.
Pretty much.
Probably.
Pretty
Right.
much. Although that's a lot of this place. Still,
Yeah.
it's quite beautiful.
I mean, rich people love showing how rich they are. That's generally the way of
Well,
things.
and bringing a little more beauty into the world. Like,
Yeah.
providing these wonderful birds the plants they need.
Yep.
Oh, so you speak of rich people as if you haven't been one.
Well, I was one. I'm not one right now.
Exactly.
And I can say from my experience with interacting with it, yeah, they love showing how rich they are. I mean, personally, I saw no point. I saw no point in that, as they didn't, in fact, allocate a lot of the
Of
money.
course you didn't. So anyway, do you have nice clothes for the auction? I assume you're coming.
The auction. I mean, I guess I can drop by and see what's for sale there. I mean, I'm sure it'd be
Well,
quite
we're
a
also
I
selling
don't think
things,
we can
so
afford anything there.
we're also selling things. So if the eggs are selling for under 500, we might as well bid on them, buy them back for from ourselves, take a little bit of a loss to the 10%, and sell them at the value that we could have gotten them for anyway.
Yeah, okay. Well, I trust that you would be able to find a way to procure the most money possible for those goods.
Still, though, I would venture to say it's unlikely that we'd have to artificially pump prices that way.
I hope not.
But they had some problem with our attire.
Do we have fancy dress clothes? I know we have adventuring gear, but
If
anything...
if you guys remember,
more
I
regal?
have a suit.
Oh, that's right.
Fancy you.
I mean, I'm afraid I didn't bring anything that would be an appropriate attire for this auction.
Should we go shopping?
You could go shopping, or some of you wear decent enough clothes. It would just be a good, thorough clean, maybe at a bathhouse.
Is Edward one of them? I feel like Edward might be one of them.
I mean, considering we've been adventuring for since Palma
A week.
Flora.
Oh, true, that's true. Yeah.
For some people, even before that.
I wonder who you could be talking about. Definitely not me.
Actually, most of everybody.
Yeah.
Oh. So do we just clean ourselves up and then go to the auction
Yeah.
looking like a mess?
Or you could get new clothes, it's all up to you.
Or both.
Well, we should probably go to the bathhouse.
I don't remember the last time I had a bath.
That's probably the problem. not
She was like,
Yeah,
Not
I'll
entirely.
argue that.
Somebody walked by you just as you said that and kind of goes,
Oh,
Yeah.
Jesus.
her arms
yeah?
and her armpits.
Oh God.
Well, that lady didn't have to make a big stink about it.
Yeah.
What was the perception for?
To see how well she could tell if she was stinky.
Oh, no.
it's not hard. You're not, like,
Actually, that
terrible.
would be ridiculously hard to tell.
Okay,
given that
but
your nose is already used to nonsense.
I don't think she could tell.
for what it's worth, I think you smell just fine.
Aw.
Oh,
No.
A little bit piney. But-
I like the way you smell too.
Thanks. Yeah.
And this is totally not creepy.
Okay, perhaps we should get going.
We've got a couple more stops to make before it gets too late in the day.
Indeed.
Next up would be Wayfinders, Outdoor Outfitters, and the Adventurers Guild.
Okay. You all exit the garden. You see there is a vendor who appears to be selling roses just inside the garden. As you walk out, you see Nahiri. She bought you a rose. Hands it to you.
Thank you. Put it in my hair.
It's like nothing.
It means the world to me.
Aww.
As you guys make your way to Wayfounders, Outdoor Outfitters, and the Adventurers Guild. You now notice that as you're walking, it's definitely still a very nice city, but it isn't as extravagant as most of the buildings were on the other side of the wall. You see a fair amount of Zalejo wandering around, chatting to each other and various people, along with many different merchants and barkers as well. People who are like calling out, "Come see the show tonight, 9 p.m. It's sure to be a real knee slapper," etc. People passing out pamphlets to the theater. Other people selling delicious smelling foods, smoked meats, and sweet drinks. As you make your way away from the main street down to the Adventurers Guild. I assume you're going there first?
Yeah.
Directly next to a large sign that says Wayfinders Outdoor Outfitters is a small, rather unassuming building with a tiny little sign that says the Adventurers Guild.
He's just a baby.
As you walk up to the building, it appears to be just like a regular house that somebody has basically is calling the Adventurers Guild. You walk up and open the door and are met by a rustic room full of large soft chairs and a couple of mounted heads on the wall that look to be taxidermied, and a couple of small little silver placards around the room. As you make your way through the front door into what you assume used to be a dining room that's kind of attached right to a kitchen. There is somebody who is standing over this counter and appears to have been reading something as you guys shuffled in, stopping, closing it, and standing up, accidentally hitting their head low rafter. The very tall Goliath man looks at you all and says, "Is there anything I can do for you?" "Oh, God, my head. Damn. Oh,
Are you okay?
Are you okay?
I'm fine. I'm a little tall for this place. Welcome to the Adventurers Guild. All the best adventurers come. He gives you a big toothy smile.
Well, thank you.
Looking for a job? I've got a whole list right here. Rats in the basement. This one is a missing cat. I've got, this one's rather interesting. This is,
He's reading them now.
Yeah, yeah. This one's rather interesting. This is, somebody who wishes you to follow their husband.
Oh God.
Ooh.
Suspect in an affair. Ooh. I've got. This one's rather old, but somebody who is looking for people to kill a bunch of harpies. Nah, never mind. That's probably dealt with by now anyway. I've got a couple more like investigation work, like check out this old abandoned tower at the edge of town, etc. Anything piquing your interest?
Not really. Except for maybe the check out this old abandoned thing at the end of town. But I was curious, or we were curious, I should say. Do you offer some of the same services that the main Adventurers Guild set up in Port de Mali does? Like buybacks and certain reward systems?
I most certainly can try. I'm afraid we're not quite a large city. We don't have a lot of stock coming in and out, but I do have a variety of starter sets, and I'd be willing to buy a couple of smaller sorts. Mostly all of that is kept next door. But I mean, I'd be happy to. I'd be happy to do what I can.
We have
All right.
more of the interesting items for sale, like trophies and such.
Oh yeah, we can always buy a couple of trophies. It's but it really depends on who comes on in. Mostly, I'll be honest, I procure jobs and the like, and provide a way for people to connect to each other. If you are interested in, finding a new party member, or getting yourself organized in that way, I'd absolutely be willing to help you. I know a lot of people in this town.
Well, I have a couple of items of interest that could be considered as trophies. One of them are these owlbear claws.
Ooh! This guy's got some owlbears. That's pretty cool. It's a pity. Awfully
This guy
intelligent.
owl bears.
It's a pity. Awfully intelligent creatures. It's too bad that once most people get come into contact with them, that They're already fully feral. You can train them up pretty well. If you get them, when they're young.
Right. Things about the eggs that we put up for auction.
Make awfully good mounts.
Do they now?
Mm-hmm.
What can they do that make them so good as mounts?
Well, first off, it's like all the best mixture of a horse and a guard dog. And fiercely loyal. You never seen anything like that before. They only stick with one person. Training them is horribly difficult, but if you can get away with it, you're looking at a lifelong bond.
Mm. We should go find the one.
I mean, it looks like you already have.
Well, a baby one.
You can just sit on it and hatch it if you want.
Too late for that.
I mean, maybe you
Well,
shouldn't have
They're awfully hungry creatures, though. They require a lot of food.
The kind of food we wouldn't necessarily be able to procure, and I mean, we could get it while on the road, but it'd be difficult to transport a baby one while on the road.
True that.
As nice as
Heard of many a paladin who require them. Well, not require, but deeply desire. Well, nonetheless, these are pretty good. How does 20 gold sound?
I could do 20 gold for it.
All right.
And then I have another piece of owlbear as well, but of course, now thinking back on it, I should have sold it sooner, but we don't always swing back to that shop. I have liver of an owlbear.
Yeah, I'm not so certain what I could do with that, but maybe some sort of alchemist would buy it.
Yeah, I should have sold it sooner, but like I said, we can always swing back to the apothecary.
Anything else I can offer you?
No, Oh, actually, I have some weapons that I've come across that I don't. I would like them to find owners who can make better use of them than I could. I've got a scimitar and a crossbow here, both in good condition.
I'd take the scimitar off your hands for 20. And I'll take the light crossbow as well for 20.
All right. Sold.
Have any bolt? You're willing to buy those too.
Winsham, would you prefer? Would you want any of these bolts?
Do you have bolts?
Yeah, I've got a few bolts.
Yeah, I'll take any bolts.
Well, in that case, it's better for you then, huh?
Yeah.
How many bolts do you have? Are they-
I have
you
9 to
figuring?
give you.
Yeah.
Yep.
It should be mentioned as well that I do have a shield. Did anybody want a shield for, extra AC? Wind chime, I think.
I have no use for a shield.
I already have a shield.
And-
I already have a shield.
Okay, I guess I'm selling a shield then.
Okay. I'll take off your hands for 5.
Can you possibly do 10?
Roll me a persuasion check.
Yeah.
Let me roll against that. I don't see why not. Yeah, sure.
Alright. Perfect.
Thinks about it, then realizes he's not being paid enough to be an entrepreneur. And a secretary, a secretary.
Counting down in my inventory.
You guys looking to buy any basic weaponry or anything like that? I'd recommend going right next door.
Sounds like a plan.
You guys don't look like you need basic stuff. I like to provide to young adventurers very extraordinarily low cost basic weapons. To get them started.
Absolutely.
Right, of course. I hope the weapons I sold help out with that.
Oh, I'm sure they will. Well, feel free to hang about, it's whatever you want to do. Got a nice cozy fireplace over there if you want to take a rest.
God, this is from... this place is from that corporate monstrosity? Oh, I love this place.
And that was in one of the more affluent parts of Port Tamale. And then you take a look at this, it's... Like, this is kind of like as an aside, not like around the shopkeeper.
Mhm.
It's like, this is more in the residential districts, or the, not quite as rich parts. Interesting. Anywho, let's go take a look at some weapons at the, let's go take a look at some weapons next door.
As you guys make your way to Wayfinders Outdoor Outfitters, you walk into a room that looks a lot like Dick's Sporting Goods.
Okay. Well, there it is. We figured it out.
Hashtag not sponsored by Dick's Sporting Goods.
Hashtag not sponsored.
Hashtag not
You
sponsored.
see a variety of clothing, such as boots and coats, and there's even some bright orange vests available. A variety of sporting goods, such as some horse tackle. There's a whole fishing section too, and a variety of basic a variety of basic adventuring gear. There seems to be a section off in the corner of this rather large room that appears to have some finer quality adventuring gear. It's more specific, but yeah.
I'm gonna go straight over to the finer quality adventuring gear.
I'm gonna follow.
Pretty much same here.
Mm-hmm.
You see, available there are like caltrops. There's like crossbow bolt cases for a variety. There's like from basic leather to like fine leather, quivers and
Better
climbers
leather.
kits and components pouches and focuses and healers kits and hunting traps and lamps and locks and magnifying glasses and manacles and mess kits and basic poisons. There's a couple of potions of healing. There's pouches, and there's even seems to be a portable ram. There's scales and eyeglasses and tents and tinderboxes and
Aren't all
You said
so
this
many
place
fucking
looked
torches.
a lot like a Dick's Sporting Good. Would it be fair to say then that this place has a large footprint?
yes.
How much how much attention has our party gotten?
Probably not much. You see
I'd like
so
to-
many kits. There's climbers kits, disguise kits, forgery kits, herbalism kits, healers kits, mess
I'd like
kits,
to
poisoners kits.
Pick up the portable RAM.
It's
and
big.
put it in my bag of holding.
Roll me a stealth check.
Oh no.
Sleight of stealth.
Sleight of bag.
Not even. This is. Are you getting help from this?
Nope.
Oh,
Doesn't matter.
grab that portable RAM. And you slide it.
I am
Take your
like
bag
I
of
am
holding.
doing this like stealthy towards my friends as well. Like it's like no, I'm just doing this.
I don't think anybody's gonna top that.
No one knows.
Nope.
Try
No one
to roll an insider perception check. You can.
Nope. You're doing this while Moonzic is inspecting the caltrops.
Nope.
Yeah. I'm just not gonna pay attention.
You kind of like take your bag of holding and you like it's like on a thing like being held up and you kind of like slide it in and kind of have to like adjust your bag to go. You don't take it off the wall and put it in. You rather just up against the wall. But yeah, you have a portable.
Hey Bill.
Let me send you this.
Hey Bill. Yeah, Phil. Did we sell a portable RAM today? No. You're just killing
Oh,
yourself
God.
laughing at the fact that these guys are going to
No.
go back at the books later. And be like, how the fuck did we miss this? What the fuck?
Yeah. Just gonna continue looking around the store
Oh
like
my
nothing
God.
happened at all. My other character is an officer of law enforcement.
Oh my God. Actually, that could come in handy later.
Right? We keep having problems with doors!
But there is all variety of there's all variety of things. There's even containers, and you can buy whole like beginner packs, right? You have a basic Dungeoneer's pack, which includes a backpack, a crowbar, a hammer, 10 pittons, 10 torches, a tinderbox, 10 days worth of rations, and a water skin. Also, it has 50 feet of hempen rope strapped to the side of it. Even priest packs and scholars packs and a whole bunch of equipment packs available.
I feel like I'm being sold things, probably because I am.
That's literally what's going on. You are being sold things.
Moonzic is specifically inspecting the caltrops and daggers because caltrops and daggers.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Was there a person that came over here, or
Nope.
yeah?
No.
No. Is there any traps? Like,
Yes.
there are.
Yeah, there are
What kind of
traps.
traps are there?
Your bag of 20 caltrops is going to cost you 1 gold.
That's not bad.
Cow traps?
Caltrops.
No.
Caltrops.
Caltrops,
Oh.
spiky D4s.
Pretty much.
Yes. Yeah, no, that's exactly what... Actually, not exactly what they look like, but pretty damn close.
Is there any other traps?
Yeah,
TRAPS?
absolutely.
I'm going to buy 5 gold worth, so that's 100 caltrops.
Okay.
Reasons.
Are we playing Yahtzee with those?
Is there a bag of entanglement?
First off, that's D6s you're thinking of, not D4s. Second off, ow!
No, seriously though, is there a bag of entanglement? It's basically a thrown trap.
Let me look. A Tanglefoot bag. Absolutely, there is that. It's going to cost you 50.
Yeah,
for
people
a
still
Tanglefoot
not
bag.
looking. No, I've been sketchy enough today. Sad. Puts back down with a sad face. It's a
Yes,
shame
there's
I'm not
also-
willing to steal things.
There's all sorts of
You're
different
saying
kinds of
this
traps.
like-
What kind of traps do you want? Like a bear trap?
No, not necessarily a bear trap.
Like for small game, like rabbit?
Yeah, kind of like small game. Small game or medium to small.
Can't you just, buy 50 feet of rope and tie a snare? Like,
That's what I'm thinking of doing.
then just buy 50 feet of rope.
Well, I was gonna get to that, but I'm gonna see what she has first.
You can find a basic hunting trap for 10 gold. It does a creature that steps on a plate must succeed on a DC 13 dexterity saving throw or take 1d4 piercing damage and stop moving. Therefore, until the creature breaks free of the trap, movement is limited by the length of the chain, which is typically 3 feet long. A creature can use its action to make a strength check, freeing itself or another creature and reach on a success. Each failed check deals 1 piercing damage to a trap creature.
I think I'm gonna pass on that for now.
There are a variety of snares available for quick setup for 2 gold apiece. Meant for small games such as your rabbits and squirrels and the like. They are reusable.
I'll get one of those. Yeah.
Okay, go ahead and add a small game snare.
You said for 2 gold.
2 gold.
And then, what are we looking at for fishing rods?
Fishing rods. Oh, I was on the wrong page. No wonder I couldn't find it. What the fuck is it? If you buy a fishing tackle, that includes a wooden fishing rod, silken line, corkwood bobbers, steel hooks, lead sinkers, velvet lures, and narrow netting. That is going to cost you 1 gold.
For all of that?
Yep.
Is there any better fishing rods, or is it just the wooden one?
There are better fishing rods. They go up from 1 gold to 5 to 10 to 15, and the most expensive one you can find is 25 gold.
I'll just
I mean,
get the
you buy the rod
wooden
of
one.
angling, which is just a magic item, but like a fishing rod.
I'll just start with the wooden one for 1 gold.
There's also some bait available too.
So, like,
Shark bait.
animals.
Hoo ha ha.
How much for the bait? And what
You're
kind?
looking at a silver for a box of worms.
A silver for a box
Excuse me,
of worms?
five copper for a box of worms.
I'll do it. I'll get 1 box. Why not?
There's lamps and lanterns available as well.
Huh.
Yeah, he said it.
There's even empty spell books.
Empty spellbooks. Oh man, that's like the ones that I can't copy anything into.
Out of. Copy anything
Arrows,
you want
crossbow
into.
bolt,
Yeah, not out of.
slings and sling bullets. There's even an abacus for sale.
Wow.
Wow, but
Does it have an
okay,
actual
normally get
benefit
people
to
with
this
dark vision
game?
to buy a bullseye lantern. Also, how much does a bullseye lantern cost?
Bullseye lantern. It costs you 10 gold.
10 gold for.
Bullseye lantern casts bright light in a 60-foot cone and dim light for an additional 60 feet. Once lit, it burns for 6 hours on 1 flask of oil.
10 gold?
That's the cost.
You know what? Sure, I'll take it. And how much for the oil to light said lanterns per flask?
A pint of oil. It's 1 silver per flask.
You know what? Oil is indispensably useful. I'm going to buy.
Their entire stock.
Yeah, I'm just gonna buy, like, I don't know. How much? Like 5 gold worth of silver oil?
Okay.
50 oil.
So you buy 50 flasks of oil.
Mm-hmm. Yep, that's it.
Manacles
can
available.
find
Hourglasses. Holy water, ink, jugs and pitchers, ladders, rope, shovels,
Oh, I'll buy
signal
a shovel.
whistles. You'll buy a shovel?
Yep,
That could be pretty useful.
that is useful.
2 gold.
2 gold for a shovel.
I'm using
Alright.
D prices. Shut the fuck up.
Yep.
Oh,
All right.
Did that wooden fishing gear come with extra string line?
Yes, it did.
Is there a possible way I can buy another one? Another fishing line thing?
Sure, it's gonna cost you a copper.
Cool. Womp.
Well,
Womp womp.
There are also tents available, spyglasses, iron spikes, soap, rations you can buy here, potions of
there's
healing,
crap.
hooded lanterns.
Moonzic was going to take a look at some daggers that they have there.
Right.
I will join him.
They have many different daggers. Some of them look to be more designed towards hunting. Some of them look to be more utility. And the most fancy one that you can find is just a +1.
Okay. Just a +1.
No additional anything to it. Just a really sharp blade. Magical in nature.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Do they just have any like regular combat daggers? I'm just looking for extra daggers to throw if I need to.
To throw,
Yeah.
they actually have specifically designed throwing daggers. Each throwing knife is 10 gold,
It's not
but you
bad.
can grab it after thrown, right? It's
Right.
I mean,
It
yeah,
does
technically in the
1d6
rules it says,
piercing.
technically in the rules it says every time you use a piece of ammunition, you can spend time to retrieve half the ammunition you get from.
I'm not
that. I
gonna.
don't think that
I'm just
applies
gonna
to
say
daggers.
that with throwing daggers and things like that, that they're. It's not like they're arrows, right?
Like
I feel like that's more easier to grab.
Yeah, like these are
I
meant
don't.
to
I
be,
don't think they would break.
These are meant to be thrown and like stay in.
Additionally, these are designed for the thrown property. So in melee combat, they do 1d4, but at range, it is 1d6.
Does that count for the other other regular daggers that I have too?
No, the regular daggers are as stated.
Okay, even if they're
I think it's the
thrown.
inverse.
Okay.
I think it's the inverse, but maybe not. I don't know.
Okay. I'm just making sure. Tempting.
Is there like a climbing dagger one you could use to like stab
Like
into
a
a
piton?
tree to help climb?
Yeah, they have pittons
Yeah.
available.
But not like a piton, more like a dagger, so that I don't have to pay the piton price. I'm kidding.
I was looking for more of a dagger that I could also use to fight with, but a piton would work as well.
A piton is 5 copper,
Yeah,
but you'll need
I'll-
at least 2.
at least 2. I can't.
You can do 1, but it's what's the point?
It's copper.
Yeah, I'll get 2.
I'll
So that's
buy
a silver for the 2.
I'll buy 4 thrown daggers or throwing daggers.
4 thrown.
Yeah.
They have an entire section dedicated to containers.
Oh, Edward.
Yes.
Yeah.
I would like to peruse said containers.
They've got backpacks, barrels, baskets, bottles, buckets, chests, flasks and tankards, jugs or pitchers, an iron pot, pouch,
Give me those
sacks, vials, water skins, and jars.
Jugs are bigger than jars, and that means you can hold more stuff in them. So how
Yeah.
much for jugs?
Yeah, but are you really willing to betray the sanctity of the jar.
It costs 2 copper.
2 copper. I will take. Dude, that's so cheap. I will take your entire stock. How much jugs does this guy have?
Jugs can hold 1 gallon of liquid, and I am
Oh.
putting a limit on how much, like how many you can buy, because I think that there is a point to be said about space.
Yeah. Point is I'll take your entire stock, but not really. I need to know what your stock is before I buy it.
You can buy 5, and that's your max, without putting them into the
I
bag
will
of holding.
subtract 1 silver and buy 5 jugs. What else do they have? Just that list again?
I'm just going to I'm gonna go ahead and send Pendium to. It's a link, so I'm just gonna put it into the Discord.
So is this in Wild Adventuring Gear? Oh, so this is literally just everything that's for sale. Common items.
Yep. Everything that's for sale.
For the throwing daggers today, is it just strictly 1d6 or for the damage?
It's straight a 1d6.
Okay. No additional.
If you have
bonus after
proficiency in throwing daggers, throwing knives, you can add your proficiency, but that's only if you have proficiency.
Okay. I don't believe I do.
I feel like if anybody would, it's a rogue.
Yeah.
Doesn't say specifically thrown. It says simple,
Fuck it.
like simple
You have
weapons.
proficiency.
Cool! Like simple weapons, so yeah.
Yeah, you have proficiency.
Alright, so I'll add my dex to that then. Cool. Cool. It also come in handy at
But yeah,
some
feel
point.
free to take a look at the Adventuring Gear list.
Would it be suspicious if I wanted to buy a burglar's pack?
Yes.
They
But
don't-
also,
they don't-
if they sell
they
it,
don't
go
care.
for it.
I'm kidding. I just
If
thought
they
it'd be funny.
If they sell it, it's fair
Brian.
game.
Brian buys a burglar's pack right in front of them.
Buys a burglar's pack and then the next day all their stock is gone. I'm kidding.
I do not see. Is there any cloaks that are here? They're not on the list. So I'm
They have a whole section of cloaks.
cool.
They have traveling cloaks, they've got nice cloaks, they've got like cloaks, like costume cloaks, they've got common cloaks, they've got winter cloaks, waterproof cloaks, they've got brightly colored cloaks.
Do
Tell me
they
what you
have
want.
Cloaks of billowing.
Actually,
have
in this
any
shop, they don't
magical
have cloaks
cloaks?
of billing, but I wish they did, but no.
What is the point of the shop?
Adventuring gear. You have to go to like a seamstress for a cloak.
I'm looking near the cloak. A cloak with a hood
Very good.
that will not only cover English. That will not only cover my entire head, but will also go all the way down to my feet, like a big boy cloak.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Big boy, long cloak. We'll take that at 10 gold pieces for a big boy long cloak, and you can pick whatever color you want within reason.
I mean, I'm just gonna
Magenta.
go. I'm gonna go dark gray, and I will get
Okay.
it.
They even have grappling hooks, hammers.
I'm putting that in my notes as big boy
grappling
cloak.
hook. Yes, please. Yes, I can use catapult on grappling hooks. It's easiest buy of my life.
Yeah.
Okay, 2 gold pieces for a grappling hook. Are you gonna buy some
Yes.
rope?
That
I will
that
pay.
feels broken as hell, but I love it.
I don't care. Grappling hook plus catapult.
Oh
I
god.
Are you gonna buy some rope to go along with it?
I have rope in my inventory, but it never hurts to always stock up on rope. I will buy more rope. How much is rope?
How to rope.
Step 1.
50 feet of hempen rope is 1. If you want silk rope, ooh, silk rope, 10
Oh,
gold.
God.
But it
Wow.
weighs significantly less.
Hempen one.
The hempen rope, 1 gold. It weighs 10 pounds, by the way.
Yeah.
Okay. I have 2 final items. How much for a crossbow and crossbow bolts?
You mean the one that we literally just sold at the last shop?
You guys sold
Yeah.
a crossbow? I thought you just sold.
Yep.
We sold a crossbow, my
Oh.
dude.
Oh my dude.
That is
I wasn't
25
here.
gold.
No, you
25.
were here, my
No,
dude.
I had to take a work call.
He did have to take a phone call.
No.
Done. Done.
Big
25.
Wait, do you even have proficiency to crossbows? It's a martial
I
weapon.
do indeed.
Okay. Guess that's an elf thing, right?
25. How much for the bolts as well?
20 bolts for 1 gold piece.
So 26. How much do I have? Hold on. That's the real
Wind chime, is there anything that you want from the list that was sent to the board?
No.
Yeah.
What?
I'll get it.
No.
Okay. Alright. Is there anything else that anybody would...
I'm looking through the whole thing. I don't see that much. I mean, I guess we can probably buy crop if we want to brute force things, but you know. Point is I think healer's kits are essential, but we already grabbed healer's kits because
Healer's kits, there's also healing potions available as well. You can buy holy water. You can do whatever you want to do.
holy water is also useful, but you know.
There's rations available as well.
Mhm.
I don't know if anybody needs to re-up on rations. There's also fine rations as well. They come in cans.
They come with bacon.
I'm good on rations.
Bacon wrapped
And
cans.
Animo's good on rations.
hmm
That entire stretch from Port Tamale to Feolinn, we hardly used rations at all.
No, you guys did a lot of foraging,
Yeah.
Yeah.
which is good because not everywhere on your journey are you going to be able to forage like that,
Yeah.
right? So, good.
Forage when
And
we
that's
can.
why I bought quite a few things. So hopefully we can forage in different places.
Is anybody? This is important, especially for those who are from the Dwendalian Empire, which is Windchime and Edward, and I think Soren, you came through there. Winter clothing is probably going to be a necessity. You're going to be going up literally into the Dwendalian Empire in the middle of winter. Not
I
middle.
mean, I'm a fire genasi. What does that have to? Does that
It's
factor
true.
in into the fact that I don't need winter clothing because
a
I
good
already have
point.
an internal body heat?
Sure.
Fuck it. Okay, I'll get a winter cloak as well. I'll get 2 cloaks.
Yeah.
How much is a winter cloak?
Let me look.
I want a big boy winter cloak, like the other one, but puffy.
I don't suppose my cloak of billowing counts as a heavy cloak.
No.
I'll have to buy a winter cloak as well.
Cold winter clothes, 10 gold.
10 gold?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll buy.
Do I still need a winter cloak, or am I good with just being
I
tired?
think you're fine. You're fine.
Yeah,
I'm not worried about you.
I'll buy myself I think
Race benefits.
winter clothing as well.
Okay. I'm not double checking anybody on this, so please don't cheat me.
Absolutely not.
I
I do not know.
probably wouldn't have winter clothing on me here. Would it be? How cold would the winters get in
On the
Port
coast?
Damali?
On the coast, it doesn't get terribly cold. It is like there's a sharpness to the air in winter, and it will frost. And maybe snow depending on how close to the mountains you get. Like Olaf and whatnot, anywhere that's like at the base or in the mountains is absolutely going to get cold.
The question is, would it be reasonable for me to have it in Port Damali?
Port Damali?
In Port Damali, you mean Nicodranus?
Or Nicodranus, rather.
I would say you probably have it.
Okay.
You actually, well, maybe not, because I think you probably would have taken it with you on the ship. With your
Well,
maybe not.
like-
I don't know. It's up to you.
It was like summer.
It was like summer. How long were you?
Why
planning on
would
being
I
on
bring
there
my
again?
winter gear?
I guess how long were you planning on being on the ship?
Oh, I was planning on being back like a month ago now.
Oh, okay. Yeah, in that case, then yeah, it's probably with your belongings, if you still have them.
If I still have them. Now, I've only been quote unquote missing for like a month, so like they shouldn't all be gone yet. I should have gotten a warning before this point. Anyway, but that's a talk for a different time. About what we think is reasonable and what we think is interesting.
I mean, you can absolutely always it's not the last before you go up into winter.
Yeah. So I'm not gonna get anything right now.
Windchamp's gonna buy 2 winter cloaks, one for her and one for Nahiri.
Aw, 10 gold apiece.
You mean you're not going to cuddle up in the... Wow.
Aw, pay up.
You mean you're not going to cuddle up in the same cloak?
Wow.
Well, you can't walk in the same cloak. Jeez.
You don't know until you find out.
Just like so many legs sticking out of one cloak.
You could always ride on each other's shoulders.
I...
Am I wrong?
She's on a horse, sadly.
Okay. Anything else anybody would like to buy at Dick's Sporting Good? I mean,
I mean, Wayfinders Outdoor Outfitters.
I mean, how much does another spell book cost?
I mean, Gander Mountain. I mean...
not. I mean,
Hey, Gander Mountain no longer exists.
No, it's... What is it, Gander Outdoors?
Nope. It's Camping World now.
Spellbook. Oh, Spellbook still it's 50 gold.
Ooh, no thanks.
I didn't realize it was still so expensive.
It is.
Well, it's full of the finest quality of papers.
The finest ingredients.
Yeah. I'm good. Instead, I think we should wrap up on the shop, because I still want to go to the magic stop.
Well,
Magic item
unfortunately,
shop and see if we can afford
Well,
anything.
we're gonna have to wait until next time, as it is pretty late. As is.
Okay.
Thank you guys so much for
Oh, we
playing.
got the auction for the next session as well?
Next session is auction and
A lot of other stuff.
offers and a lot of other goodies.
That's how.
I am excited for next session.
Next session will be quite fun.
Oh,
It'll be
yes,
interesting.
it
It's just us making money and then spending it all on the silliest things.
will. All right. Thank you all so
Like
much
trying
for
to force my way into a goddamn amulet of health.
watching.
Yeah, seriously, that's a +4 modifier to health if you can equip it.
I'm aware.
That's
also
multiple
like-
ASI. That's amazing.
Also, because the rules on Constitution, which I am going to go over with you, Emily, before we get close to that.
All right.
Oh, yeah. You remember, it's just because you have all the ingredients doesn't necessarily mean that it's done.
Oh yeah,
right?
absolutely.
Because, like we have talked about with all magical items, things that you can craft, there is a lot. There is stuff to the crafting of it, right?
Yep.
All right. With that, thank you all so much for watching. For those of you on YouTube, if you like this video, drop a like, leave comments if you have anything to say, anything positive or maybe critical of me. If you want to see more content, then subscribe. I've got more stuff coming. I'm always dropping every week's sessions on YouTube, and I'm making a second gag reel for Wildemount. And then go check out my Twitch channel at twitch.tv/FrigidHyperion. We're live every Monday at 3:30 Central, 4:30 Eastern with Wilds of Wildemount. And whenever I decide to stream. But with that, thanks for watching, and I hope you'll have a wonderful day.
Bye.